Welcome back, welcome back. So, on my channel today, we are drawing some Rhaenicent, or maybe it's called like Rhaenicent. Who knows? That's the ship name. Basically, it's Alicent and Rhaenyra from House of Dragon. They play two female, kind of, I guess you'd say enemies, even though they're not really the ones that are battling each other. It's really their families. But in the end, as they grow up, they do kind of become enemies of one another, and it's just such an interesting concept. As someone who did not enjoy Game of Thrones originally, which I know may be an unpopular opinion, but for me it was just too gory, too much content that you can't really talk about on YouTube, that I just didn't like the way that it was handled or shown, and so I watched the first season, absolutely hated it. Read the first couple books, preferred the books to the show for sure, and then kind of dropped out of the fandom and didn't really think much of it. Fast forward to this past year, and House of the Dragon has been so popular. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I don't know, I haven't actually watched the show. I've been kind of living vicariously through TikTok shorts and YouTube reels, and just kind of enjoying learning about the show through that. I still think it's a little too much for me to watch, even though I think they are handling a lot of the concepts better. But I just can't help but really love the friendship of the two actors, and that led me to just really enjoy the stories that kind of surround them as teenagers. So, spoilers if you haven't watched the show, but they are very friendly as children, and unfortunately, that friendliness and that friendship kind of ends whenever one ends up marrying the other's father for political reasons. And it just kind of all goes downhill from there, and it's very much a tragedy. But I prefer to think of things in a positive light. I love coming up with like alternate realities. And so I just had this idea of them in a very modern setting. Definitely like a university, as they are kind of younger in the show. It really shows their life from like teens to kind of like middle aged adults. And it just made me think, with the amount of money and prestige that Rhaenyra's family has, they would definitely be some sort of like trust fund child or sorority fraternity type person. And I just feel like Allison, her actress, talks about how if she was like not a royal, like what would her job be? And she basically says that she would have worked at like a house, and that just killed me. And it shouldn't be as funny as it is, but it was just like so out of left field, and it just made me think, like, I feel like Allison would live her best life as like a sorority girl. Like every stereotype of like the sorority movie girls, like Easy A and um oh, it's like the sorority mother movie, which I can't remember the name of now, but it's like the Playboy bunny that ends up becoming a sorority mom to like, kind of like the house of misfits. And I just get such vibes from Allison that she would just be there for the vibes and for the fun, and probably just trying to like make a name for herself. And then I could absolutely see Rhaenyra's character being kind of like this haughty, like above everybody kind of person, but I just feel like they would have a soft spot for Allison and end up just kind of like bringing her along to these upscale parties and just having just the cutest little friendship. But I wish that there was a modern, like LGBT show that had, a couple characters like them. Because I just feel like there's not a lot of like, I guess like I don't want to just say lesbian because like there's more to it. There's non-binary and different, like identities out there, but like we used to have the L word, and we just had like this vast amount of just really unique like women and like female presenting characters, and now I just don't feel like there's much out there. And if I'm missing out on like some really good shows, you should tell me, because obviously in the show they are giving us some relationships that can be considered female female relationships, but it's not really the focus of the show. And I don't know how true that is to the books, as I've not read the House of the Dragon related books, but if you guys know of any shows that have similar vibes to this, I so want to watch them, or books, if you know any books. So anyway, this is just a casual kind of draw with me, just getting something out there, just a new fun little drawing. So I hope you enjoy it. This was just a chatty little, here's what I'm into right now, and I hope you like it.